fans all over the Midwest, please put your hands together for Steven Springer.
Welcome to Cgs tonight. Thanks for coming out. My name's Steven Springer, and a little bit about me. I'm not trying to brag, but you're looking at the recent winner of the Idaho Mr. Potato Look-Like contest. I've also been told I resemble Homer Simpson and Shrek. Looking like all these cartoon characters, you'd be surprised to find out that my dad was actually a plastic surgeon. He obviously wasn't a good one. They like to use me for some before pictures. The specialty were breasts. Mine are real. Yeah, he's up here, buddy. But when I was a child, I wanted to follow my dad's footsteps. So I made breasts out of silly putty, put them on G.I. Joe, transition them into G.I. Jane. I was ahead of my time. But also I would drum up business for my dad in school by referring my teachers to him for book jobs. They'd refer me to the principal's office. Later on in high school, my dad gave me a job in his office. How cool is that, huh? Instead of bringing your kid to work day, let's bring the horny kid to work summer. I was so happy I was going to finally see me some breasts. 3-dimensional ones. Instead, my dad has me taking out the trash, which is the wrong kind of can. Wasn't so bad because trash was always full of silicone implants, which I would motorboat. It's the closest thing I got to a real thing till I was 34. My dad took pictures of topless women, and then he developed them. But in my opinion, these women were already developed. He then put the pictures in a scrapbook where I would sneak a peek till I found a picture of my stepmom. I never peeked again. My dad met my stepmom when he did a lot of work on her. They ended up marrying soon after. Talk about bringing your work home with you. He fell in love with his own work. Marriage didn't last long though. It was unstable as your cheap implants. They just slid apart. But can you believe after all the work my dad did on my stepmom, she ends up leaving him for a guy with a large penile implant? My dad didn't see it coming. Got that one. My dad died not too long ago. The only thing he left me in his will was his scrapbook. I'm happy. My dad's marriage to my mom didn't last very long either. She ends up marrying a second doctor right away. This one was a proctologist. That didn't last long either because he was an asshole. But it's all behind her now. But can you believe now at 86, my mom's actually looking to marry a third doctor? I'm hoping this one's a psychiatrist. So it can do us both some good. But he's got me teaching her how to do the dating apps now. I'm so happy that gets her out of the house. Only problem, my mom doesn't drive. So guess who has to drop her off at her date's house? It's not a problem. Problem is picking her up the next morning. I can't have my mom doing the walk of shame. Not the arthritis. She'd need her walker of shame. Right away when I meet my mom states, like I guess the guy, are you my new daddy? He'll go out for a pack of adult diapers and I'll never come back. Enough about my parents. I'm married now. When I was single though, I did all my dating off the apps myself. You know the hardest part about that? Getting a good picture and cutting out my prom date. I didn't get many second dates, and all these years later I finally figured out why. First dates. Apparently I changed a lot since 1982. I tried just about every site you can imagine. From ChristianMingle.com, shows you how desperate I was because I'm Jewish, to AfroRomance.com. You know the saying, once you go black, you don't go back? I went black and they didn't want me back. I got lucky with this one girl though. She was beautiful, worldly, educated. Penis kind of threw me off. My go-to move on the first date was taking a selfie with a lucky lady. One lady actually didn't mind, and she ended up giving me a second date even. I started taking her out for sushi to Walgreens. I wanted to pay my compliments to the chef, but he's busy developing pictures. But we're married 5 years now. You know, I'll give it up if you want. It's our anniversary last week, but it's our second marriage, so I guess you could say I'm a repeat offender. 5 years later, and I'm still calling her by her pet name, Angel. Isn't that cute? She loved it, so she found out that was my ex-wife's name. Now she calls me by her ex's name, Richard. Dick for short. But I remember the first time she ever came over to my place, like it was yesterday. I apologetically told her, this place needs a woman's touch. It's like, no, this place needs a woman's sledgehammer. In spite of that, things moved awfully quickly. And for 10 minutes I told her, surprise, my mom's coming over to meet you. Put your clothes back on. What a night. We all had a delicious dinner. I'm so glad to know that I finally satisfied a woman. My mom was just satisfied I found a woman to go out with me. But, later on, when we got engaged, a couple days before we got married, she actually drove me to a strip club for my own bachelor party. Only problem? She insisted on staying the whole time with me. Just the two of us. She wanted me to have fun, but not that much fun. We get along pretty well though, except for one issue. She's got a work husband. The guy claims he's gay, but I don't trust him. I think he's faking it. I think he's like an undercover hetero, trying to get out of the covers with my wife. His name's Mark, which by coincidence, my nickname in high school was Skid Mark. I asked her, are you positive Mark's really gay? She's like, no, but his boyfriends definitely are. You know, in jail inmates are gay for the stay. I'm afraid Mark's straight for the date. I've heard the guy's coming out of the closet, but I'm afraid one day when I come home from work unexpectedly, Mark will be hiding in my closet. And she's assured me she's never thought about Mark that way. I'm like, really? I constantly think about Mark that way. But as it turns out, I found later on, Mark really is gay and uses my wife to get to me.